Okay, so select Yadra and Mikoto, and I have 5 left. Yes, we're back to doing the Neverwinter Nights campaigns. So number 3. Okay, load game. Ooh. Okay. Not pink. Nietzsche pink. Nietzsche pink done. Not the last save, not the last save. Franthea. Yep, Franthea. It's Paladin time! Who's aiming at Doomguard? Which might or might not be a good idea. Oh well. I get the feeling Doomguard's mostly intended for clerics. Okay. Yes, I've come to say farewell. It's time to continue on to Neverwinter. My stomach's already churning. How long is this trip? Oh, do be quiet, Kelgar. Enjoy the waves while you can. Yeah, I'll say. It'll be nice to travel without being hunted for once. This is the cutscene episode. Where we get to meet villains. And then have conversations.
The shard you have found. Show it to me.
Yes, Sierra? Sierra? Is that what you sought?
No. It is
So
much
much
more.
more.
Forget the betrayer. Forget our vengeance. These shards, they must all be found. Whatever forces you need, we shall grant you. But these shards must be ours.
Yes.
Of course, Sierra. It shall be done.
Dalrin. Lord Dalrin now, I hear.
Who's there?
Come now. You remember? Has it really been so long?
You... But you died at the battle at West Harbor.
Delayed, perhaps. My imprisonment was most distressing. But dead? Now how could I die with so much left unfinished? And there is so much more left to do.
So we got that creepy guy who died at the Battle of, who was supposedly vanished at the people thought he died at the Battle of West Harbor. You think maybe he's the King of Shadows? Of course, I know, yes or no, what he is, because I've played this game before, at least twice.
So this is Neverwinter? Suppose it's possible for a city built by humans. Can't say I care for it though. You want a proper city, you build down, not up.
This place feels unnatural. The wood and stone, it's as if they've been silenced.
I wish you'd both be silent. The entire trip was just one long whine from the two of you. Oh, me stomach feels funny. This boat rocks like a baby's cradle.
This water is so unnatural and deep, not like the swamp of dead people I grew up in.
Not that I've got great memories of this place, but it's home. So, where are we going first?
Okay. Well. There's no hurry. Let's explore a
Is
little.
that wise? We are still being hunted. And without the land to warn us when enemies are close, we could be placing ourselves in danger.
Tree worshippers, right? Besides, I could use a good stiff drink to drown out the memory of that boat trip.
Okay. My uncle's inn should be close by. Let's head there first.
I say lead the way. Besides, I'd welcome a stable bed after being trapped on that filthy excuse for a boat.
Okay. What am I wearing? Full plate. And I'm wearing a jaunty hat. What are my skills? Diplomacy is pretty high.
How can I help?
Everyone, follow me!
Yes.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I can't
yes.
look at the badger.
Yes.
I am listening.
Yeah?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I hate ECL. I'm really tempted to go in and do that mod to remove all the ECLs and put all my characters up to the same level. Really, really, really am. Here we go. Now my diplomacy should be down to 12. Oh well. Ah, you know what? Just because... And jaunty hat. Okay. Did you drop it? You dropped it. Okay. And let's go in. Defensive casting mode activated.
Well now, what can I do for you? Bit of venom for the belly, perhaps? Or maybe a tankard or two to shave the edge off your day?
Yeah, I'm looking for my Uncle Duncan.
Uncle Duncan? That sounds a bit familiar. If you're here to collect on some debt, I'll tell you that Duncan's a drunk fool without 2 coppers to his name.
Huh? No. Diggin sent me.
Diggin', eh? So the time's come, has it? Trouble's chasing on your heels, and you barely know why. Suppose Diggin told you less than half of what you need to know, then sent you packing. Don't take it hard. Done it to me twice in my life. All for good reason. I can probably guess why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me anyway?
Well, he told me to seek you out, and you might know some of the silver shards recovered from the Battle of West Harbor.
Oh, did he? Nothing more than I did years ago. Plain silver near as we could tell. You and those shards were all that were left of that West Harbor battle.
Duncan, I thought you said that shard was magic, didn't you?
Trace of an enchantment on it is what that eel sand said. But nothing of importance. Probably residue from demon's fire, or maybe wizard magic.
Demon's fire? Sounds important to me.
And that, Sal, is why you are cleaning tables and I own this place. Those shards were magic, yes, a trace. But again, it was sand. And he's a fool. Anyway, barely worth mentioning. More sentimental value than anything else. That really why you came all this way? To hear about your mother?
What would Franthea choose? Would she be distracted by that? I think so.
Yeah, your mother, Esmeril. Since you were asking about the shards. What, Dagon's still keeping that inside? It's a wonder he doesn't crack down the middle. But you know, I have no call to say that. I think that's why he buried that first shard, and gave the other one to me.
How are the shards and my mother related?
I think you might have been better off being raised by wolves if Dagon didn't share that. There's a lot I'm sure he never told you. But listen, it's his place to tell you, not mine. He'll tell you when he's ready, I think. But it's best you hear it from him. Let's stick to the shards for now.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I brought another shard. And it's definitely magic.
You brought it here? Dug it up from those ruins? Now why in the nine hells would you go digging up the past like that? Look, and listen. There's no good in picking up history's bones, especially where that warlock's concerned. I heard the tales, and Dagon told me what happened at West Harbor that night.
Warlock? Who's Sand?
A hedge wizard. Somehow set up shop on the docks. But it's telling enough he can only run a business down here in the crack of Neverwinter. Got a dry wit, and he'll always rub you the wrong way. So his name's well chosen. Still, I suppose I trust him enough. And having a wizard close by certainly tends to keep fools from causing too much trouble. Well, me and Dagon took the shard to him back when he lived in the merchant quarter, before his run of bad luck. But he couldn't get much from it. Just faint traces.
Well, it's got power now.
Here. I've always kept it close for some reason. Didn't want to leave it out of my sight. Seemed unremarkable. But I find that sometimes time will tell. Had Sand examine it a long time ago, but he turned up nothing.
Can Sand...
Well, it's worth a shot. But don't pay him any coin in advance, that's all I'll say. In fact, that viper would be best off...
It seems I've arrived just in time to deflect the usual barrage of slander from the local innkeeper.
Sand.
Yes, it is good to see you're still sober enough to recognize me, Duncan. Past the stale beer, vinegar, faint sweat, failed aspirations, unwashed tunic. I thought perhaps you had already had one tankard too many for the day, but... Why, your guest here has the smell of a harbin about them. Faint, but there. I thought Duncan was keeping company too good for him. Now I see I was right. Duncan, you could learn a few things from your guest.
Still passing off those 2 copper fare with the charms to the locals, Sand?
You have no appreciation for my talents, and after all I've done for you. To think you could survive a fortnight without my ale purgative. Why, you would be buried in the tombs with the rest of the Neverwinter traitors. A betrayer of barkeepers everywhere. But enough about you and your adventurous exploits on the tavern floor. I heard my name mentioned, and oddly enough, almost in a tone that suggested I could help.
This here's kin.
I'm not really seeing the family resemblance.
And we need your help concerning the shard. Both of them.
Shard? That chunk of silver you showed me so long ago? I do hope you're not going to try to pawn it to me again. I am no longer interested. Besides, as I recall, you said the piece of junk had sentimental value, which upon viewing your establishment is perfectly understandable. Besides, didn't your uncle or cousin or brother or whatever make off with the other shard? I thought you only had one now.
It found its way back, so to speak. We need you to look at both of them again. Properly this time.
Oh, very well. Give them here and let me see what my keen arcane senses can determine.
Whoop! Boom!
Well, it seems to have some resentment to being scryed.
You
That is
could say
quite
that.
different than last time. Are you sure these are the same shards? The power in them? Why, it's definitely stronger than last time. Much stronger.
Oh, so now they're magical. I'm not paying you for 2 failed divinations, you charlatan.
It's not a matter of divination, you one-tankard drunk. There is something about these shards. Without knowing their history, even my considerable talents cannot unlock their mysteries.
So who would know the shard's history?
You could try and speak to Algernon, but I don't think you'd have much luck reaching him. The Black Lake District is closed down. Algernon lives in the Black Lake District, you see, and now he's trapped there. The Watch has it locked tight. No one going in or out, no messages in or out, even for the nobles that used to live there. Quite cryptic, really.
Why?
I heard about that. Lord Dalrin was killed, wasn't he? I've heard rumors, but no official word of what happened.
As have I. Not only are the Watch not talking about it, but they even called in the Cloak Tower mages to investigate, which means sorcery or demons were at work.
Demons? Closest I've ever come to demons is Dagon's tales about the battles down south near West Harbor, when there was that trouble with the King of Shadows.
King of Shadows?
Some sorcerer, I believe, had a number of demons and shadows at his beck and call. Not many tales left about that period of Neverwinter history, oddly enough.
But you say this Algernon might know more, Sand?
Well, if you're not a member of the Watch, or know a secret route into Black Lake, then you're out of luck. So it seems like you have no choice but to let me examine the shards at my leisure.
Wait, Watch or secret route? Not bad ideas. Either way, the coin lands. Hell, there's Marshal Cormac.
Well-timed
He's currently at the
click
City
on my
Watch
part,
post.
even though
I
it was
know he's in
accidental.
bad need of an extra sword arm down at the docks.
Cormac from Fort Lock.
Yes,
I
I
met
heard he
him.
got back to Neverwinter recently. Surprised he even made it with the troubles I've heard around Fort Lock.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it.
Cormac's a harborman too. And folks of the harbor are as close to kin as you can get out of the mare. He might be able to take you into the Watch. And from there, speaking to Algernon shouldn't be too hard.
I thought you were kin. Okay. That sounds good to me.
If you want to find another route into the Black Lake District, that means dealing with other folks that try to control the docks. Moya and her gang.
Oh, there's an idea, Duncan.
Why are you telling me
They
other
probably were
things? I'm
behind the
fine
Watch
with working
closing
for
the
the
Black Lake
Watch.
District in the first place.
Oh, not my first choice, but if I had to...
Well, she's got thugs all over the docks. But finding one who can get you to her?
There's Caleb. He used to try to get me to pay him gold for protection before I told him about the wards I'd inscribed on the building that caged the Guardian Elementals. Long story, but quick resolution.
Caleb, maybe. But I don't trust that harbor rat to give you a fair deal. And the price will be steep, in bodies or coin. He doesn't like being the only one with blood on his hands.
Doesn't sound like someone we should put our faith in.
Obviously, you've never dealt with the Watch in Neverwinter, Kelgar. Dealing with Caleb is probably our best chance.
Still, the chances are simply talking to Caleb will make you want to kill him, so it seems a clear win to me. If you do speak to him, though, be sure to do it downwind.
Okay. So, joining the Watch, upholding the law, or descending into crime.
That's pretty much how it stands. You can find Cormac in the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge that leads to the Merchant Quarter. He needs help, so it shouldn't be much of a tough sell to join up.
Caleb should be lounging around the corner east along the main road. Just follow the smell. If you want to join with him, he'll probably ask you to hurt or kill someone, so be warned.
I'll mark both on your map. Help you get your bearings.
Well, you can certainly find your way into trouble from here. Me, I will head back to my lonely merchant existence. Should you need my expertise, simply ask. But just in case, bring a great deal of gold as well.
Well, there you have it. Talk to Caleb or Cormac. Cormac is at the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge. Caleb should be lounging down the street east along the main road. The docks isn't exactly a bastion of piety and faith. All the more reason you'll find your work cut out for you. Cormac's always on the lookout for someone with a mind for the law. But while you're here, feel free to make yourself at home. Also, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Your companions are welcome to stay here as well. Even if you're off on some other journey like the one that sent you here. They're all welcome to make themselves at home whenever they're not traveling with you. That way you'll know where to find them if you need their help later. Sound good?
Okay. Well. Did you want to come on?
No, not that I know of. I mean, I've kept it in the back for years. Barely even thought about it till now. It is odd that they seem to be after yours. Maybe there's something different about the one you have compared to mine. But then again, my shard didn't have any traces of magic until yours showed up.
Huh? What do you know about sand?
That little sharp-eared viper's got a wit to match. But he has his uses. And he's one of the only peddlers of charms and potions here in the docks, so he gets by.
Still don't understand why he couldn't afford that place in the merchant quarter. His potions are cheap, and they work.
If you need to use his alchemy workbench, or you're shopping for some minor magics, then he's a good one to see.
Okay, I had some other questions.
What did you want to know?
Can you tell me about what happened in Black Lake?
Well, there's been some tales floating around that a nobleman, Lord Gentry, was murdered there. But the watch isn't saying much. Either because they don't want to spread tales, or they don't know much. There may have even been more troubles, but I haven't heard. Either way, Black Lake's locked up tight. You won't be able to get in unless you're a trusted member of the watch. Or a really good thief that runs with the right circles.
Oh, you said something about demons or sorcery being involved in the murders?
Well, I don't know about that, but if the Cloak Tower mages of Neverwinter are involved, there may have been magic or demons involved in Gentry's death. But don't trust everything Sand says. He only knows about half of the story at any given time.
Yeah, if I ask him that, he'll just say pretty much the exact same thing Sand said, word for word. You have a lot of trophies on the wall here.
Yep, a lot of stories hanging on these walls. Shed a lot of my own blood, and others in the past. Now it all goes into the flagon.
Were you an adventurer?
Well, if you can call it that. Me and some old friends, now gone, made quite a company along the coast. There were 5 of us to start, but by the end there was just me.
Oh, can you tell me
I
stories?
could, but they wouldn't go anywhere. And there wouldn't be any tension in them, since you know I survived anyway. Now Dagon, he may have some tales for you. About your mother, too.
Oh, those are a lot of trophies. What can you tell about Dagon?
Only as much as
they
Dagon allows. He keeps his past close, despite how it keeps everyone else from him. I knew your mother, though. I know you lost her early. Terrible tragedy. During that attack on the village. But that's really Dagon's place to say, not mine.
Okay, thank you. Okay, accept the party. Whee! I'm going to try something here that's rather silly. So the watchman's so scared of me, he turns and walks away. You should have seen the look on the merchant's face when he realized he wasn't getting any help. I tell you, Caleb, we own this place. The watch are either cowards or greedy cowards, willing to run at the drop of a coin. You're looking for trouble. Maybe you better walk out of here before we break your legs. Oh, I'd like to see you try. Ah, you're lucky I'm not in the mood for a fight right now. Want to tell me what you're doing here? And if I were you, I'd do it quick. I was told you could get me into the Black Lake District. Yeah, well, you were told wrong. Now get out. I always see you're not as... Okay. No, I'll just be going now, then. Smart. Now get out of here before the boys and I get rough with you. Okay. That's the way it goes, huh? Oh. Before I go, I'm going to save. I'm well past where I usually end this, because this is the cutscenes bit. What's her name? Franthea. Cutscenes over. And then I'm going to stop the fraps and start a new one.